3, 2, 1.
We'd like to welcome you to another edition of Grok Talk, brought to you by New Hampshire's leading conservative blog site, GraniteGrok.com. We are your feared extremist, right-wing, hard-charging, gun-toting, opinionated, outspoken, rabble-rousing, letter-writing, radio microphone-stomping conservatives and rational libertarians. So get ready for more news and opinion you could only get from GraniteGrok.com.
Grok Talk.
My co-host Ed Nell's not here yet, but Skip is here.
Here I am, Mo.
Good morning, Skip.
Good morning.
How are you? Oh, and we have Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Steve. Yes, Skip has come to haunt us because I'm at a distance.
I was saying he's come back. He's come to visit us from Sabbatical Island, and he will be joining us today for the program because Mike is down in Rhode Island and couldn't be here to help push buttons and turn things and do other stuff. And the way this is set up, I can't do it from here. So we needed somebody, and Skip's like, "I'll do it." But Ed Nail is also expected at some point this morning, and we are also expecting former House Speaker Bill O'Brien is going to come in, and we're going to have a little conversation with him. George Lambert, who has been in the House, has run for the Senate, has run for governor. He's going to come in, and we're going to talk about Jennifer Horn running the Unity bus over Frank Ginta. And Jane Cormier is also expected for Right to Life Update. So we have a number of guests who will be joining us today.
Really?
Really.
Haunting? Does that mean I'm just a ghost?
Haunting. Right now, yes, you are. Spirit. Apparition. A presence.
Does that mean it's going to make me lose more weight?
Lose more weight. You have lost weight.
But more.
More. Well, see now.
I lose 10 pounds.
Now here's a question. Not
Yes.
blogging has caused you to lose weight.
No, I haven't lost any more weight, but I haven't gained any back.
Oh,
either.
okay, because you look thinner.
Oh, 50 pounds is 50 pounds.
That's true. That's a lot of weight.
I-
That's a good-sized dog.
Yeah, I've lost Amika.
Mm-hmm.
The name of my dog.
Yeah,
One
not
of
the
my
insurance
dogs.
company.
Yeah. But I have to lose 10 more pounds, and then the doctor said, once I hit 195, then I can get rid of my medications.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's always a good goal.
So I've been stuck here for 3 months.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what they say. You know, you lose some weight initially, and then all of a sudden you get hung up, and then people get depressed and they eat, and then they gain it all back, and such is the end of the diet.
We have a problem, by the way.
We have a
We
problem.
have a severe problem. I'm pointing to it.
Oh, there's no banner.
It's an apparition.
Yeah, we
It's
were here for
invisible.
an hour, and we didn't bring the banner in.
I will go do that.
Thank you, sir.
You can go ahead and cut my mic.
Oh, I can cut your mic, yes. We don't make that cut.
You can talk to Mike now.
I can talk to Mike and cut your mic. Alrighty then. Well, we've done that. That has happened.
Right. So the surprising thing we were talking about just as we came to the show opener was that Vox.com said something nice about a Republican candidate,
Mm-hmm.
Matthew
Please.
Iglesias, no less.
Elaborate.
And yeah, so it was written Thursday, and he starts by saying nobody seems to be taking Perry very seriously because of his poor run in 2012. And he said, but he does have at least one big thing going for it. He's by far and away the most coherent story of any candidate in the field about why his record in office should make you think he could deliver the kind of prosperity the voters crave.
That's true.
And, you know, he carries on in that vein, and he puts up the chart of the job records with Perry at the top of the pack. Not so kind about Walker and Jeb Bush for lefty reasons rather than our kind of reasons, but he at least makes the point that Perry has a coherent record on which to run and a good story. And I don't think anybody's surprised that Perry is in the race. I think what they will be surprised about if they've not been paying attention the past year is that Perry 2.0 is going to look a whole lot different.
I would expect. He's
He is
not on
he's
pain
hand
medication.
hand rested and ready, not in back pain, not on pain medication, sharp as a tack. And as I think it was Politico wrote of his time in Iowa recently, winning the grassroots one handshake at a time. Let us see. He's a long way from the front of the pack. If you were a betting man today, Scott Walker would probably run away with it, or maybe Ted Cruz, based on how moderate the electorate was. But, as we know in primary politics, a few months can change everything.
Yes, and we have quite a few months left.
Yes, he does. I think this is a whole lot different from last time, where he jumped in late, caused a huge explosion and then didn't last. Here he's got in early. He actually got in over a year ago without saying it. He's been everywhere, working the grassroots and doing it very well. Whether that's enough to overcome the unfortunate impression he left last time in the low information grassroots, I don't know. But if you get to meet him, you'll see a whole different character. That's not to say there aren't a whole lot of good characters out there. Scott Walker's got a great record and doesn't seem to scare the establishment, as we observed in person last weekend when our friend from Waterville Valley gave what I would have said was a fairly enthusiastic intro that seemed like you almost believed every word of it.
There were some rather interesting remarks at that event. I know it's a Republican rah-rah event.
No, but
not just the gnome, though. I mean, Jennifer Horn's unity speech is ridiculous given recent events this week. I think Jeff Chittister's introduction of the gnome was a bit too glorious. I think he...
Are you looking for a different word? I can give you one. Smarmy?
Smarmy? I know that's what's expected, but I think that some of the things that...
Let me mute me for 1 second, guys. You're right.
Something that I don't know, strained the bounds of believability.
Credulity.
To anybody who really understands the nature of party politics at the top, I didn't make any faces or roll my eyes or anything because I understood that that's why he was there. But I think it was a little bit too nice, his introduction. And I mean, I like listening to Governor Sununu talk. I mean, he's a good speaker. Obviously, he's been at it for a long time. He quite often says some very important things that are relevant, and then he quite often says things that just sound like total nonsense to me. But I mean, he was there to introduce Governor Walker, who did a great job. My wife, who doesn't spend a lot of time listening to this garbage, and who does spend a good deal of time away from politics, thought it was great. I mean, I gave her some background information on him before we got there, so that she'd know who he was and what he was about. And she said, I mean, good dinner, nice people. Good conversation, nice speech. So all in all, it was a good event, and we did record it and post almost all of it. Let me see Mike's back. You there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a very well done event. It was, of course, organized by the Rockham Republicans, including Brian Murphy, and of course, very ably supervised by Diane Bitter, who put a huge amount of work into it. But there was a lot of stuff that was really interesting there. The way Sununu introduced Walker, I ended up talking to Chris Sununu a little later near the head table, and Chris, by the way, is very happy to come on Grok Talk, and I think we can say he's been a pretty good conservative member of the Executive Council. And of the clan, he's probably the one we'd want to have on to talk to. So he's very willing to come on, and we've got his information.
Yeah, we have interviewed him in the past, by the way, Mike.
Yeah, I thought we had, but
Yes.
I think this would be a good season to interview him about his possible plans and a few other things. But anyhow, so I just happened to ask Per Sununu. So his enthusiastic introduction, did it imply anything? And he said, actually, he's not endorsing anybody right now. There's at least 5 of the field that are good friends and very good people, and he finds it very hard to pick. So I sort of tried to push the line of questioning a little further and mention the conservatives. At that point, he said, probably not surprising for him, surprising to me, they're all conservatives. I said, well, to a varying degree. No, they're all conservatives. So I suppose compared to the liberals, but we probably wouldn't quite put it in the same terms he would. But I have to agree with him that there are probably 4 or 5 that we would call good conservatives that we'd be very happy to see at the front of the pack. They probably wouldn't be the exact same 5 that he would. But I bet there'd be some overlap, and I bet Walker would be in that overlap.
That was another issue that I had, and I always have when we go to these events with lots of Republicans who do things in leadership positions in the party that indicate that they don't support a conservative position on a wide range of issues, and and they call all these people good conservatives, and I'm like, that's not true. I mean, I can show you why it's not true, but obviously that's not the place to do it, and so that's another thing. But again, it's the Rockingham County Republican Committee event. There's lots of people there. Everybody's behaving themselves, ordered society, that sort of thing.
Yeah, because we get tossed out if we didn't.
Yeah.
They don't invite us back.
It was good. We were there. We had our press stand. And yes, Steve, I owe you the tail end of the Walker speech. I'm sorry. I do have it.
Okay. Nobody's knocking down the door to get it, but
no. It was good. We were there. We got video. Everybody was polite and almost nice to us. Maybe they didn't recognize us dressed up. I don't know.
I can't even. Oh, that brings up an interesting point. I can't tell you how many people looked sideways at me and then realized who I was and said, "Where's your hat?" And I was like, I can't wear a hat to this event. That's not the kind of event that it is. So they didn't. They were like, because they didn't. I always have the hat on. So
I always wear my hat until now that I've lost it.
Yes. Skip lost his hat.
My grok hat.
Wow. Well, Skip, since you've lost the hat, it's time to pass the hat. And we'll all chip in and go for an order of 24 Grokster hats. So you can have one for each of us and some in the back room for when new members join. Because Land's End wants...
Uh-oh. Land's End wants... Call us back. Land's End wants a lot of money.
I think it is time.
Land's End lost a lot of money. Wants a lot of money for hats.
Yeah, well, I paid a lot to have those logos done, too.
Yeah.
Both sets.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about is that while we do have a more intricate logo for us...
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, my headset died.
Yeah. We also have another somewhat simplified logo that's more affordable for anybody who would want to order some Grok-ware. The Land's End, to order Grok gear is on the website. Feel free to pass through. But yeah, I think it's basically about time that I finally fulfill my promise. I feel like it's almost the promise I made to my kids a long time ago. It took me 8 years to fulfill the promise of, we're all going to Disney World in Florida. But I did it.
Yay!
So, it's just about that time.
It is. All right, well, it's also about that time. We're going to take a short break, and you stay there, everybody, and we will be right back.
This is the Coalition of New Hampshire Taxpayers. We're located at 8 North Main in Concord, New Hampshire. This is the repository for all things conservative and municipal. So if you have a problem in your town, your school, your budget committee, the right to know law, and now the top of our list is voter fraud. You have a tip for us, some information for us, you want to join or help us out, cnht.org.